Hey guys! First of all, what did you think of my intro? Did you like it? Pretty cool. I thought it was cool. So that's the intro to this movie, as in how the movie starts. So, if you haven't seen the title already, you know exactly what this is about. This is my official review and my thoughts, personally, for A Quiet Place Day One. I'll talk about the good things first. And then I'll tell you later. This movie is very, very, very obvious. Very obvious that they put a lot of money into this. A lot of money. That's like not even... There's no shadow of a doubt that this was a very, very big budgeted movie. The set designs were huge. The camera just angling and just the opening sequence. There was a lot in this movie that made it very clear to us as the audience that they had a big budget for this movie. Because obviously the first two, did really well. Oh, I'm so glad I thought about that. Woo! If you haven't seen, which like most of the planet has, so if you haven't, I'm actually going to be shocked. However, it doesn't matter. A Quiet Place, that one, or the sequel, A Quiet Place 2, that one. Okay? If you haven't seen either of these two movies, first and foremost, stop what you're doing and go and watch those before you go and see A Quiet Place Day One. Okay? Before you go and see this movie, go and see those two movies. The reason why I say that is because obviously this is the first one. So yes, you can watch this movie first and then go and watch those two movies. The reason why I say to go and watch them first and then watch this, right? Because it like arse backwards, is because there's an element to this movie, and I won't give it away, but I'll tell you where it is. The fountain scene. Okay, the fountain scene. That scene, there's something that happens in that scene, in that sequence, that alludes to A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2. Okay, and it's really clever. Really clever. Especially A Quiet Place. Okay? Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about, this is kind of bad. Okay? Oh, it is. This movie, unfortunately, it doesn't go anywhere. There's nothing that bridges the ending to the middle, like the ending to the beginning. There's nothing that bridges it. This movie has no peak. There's no peak to this movie. It just is a streamline, like nothing actually happens. Like things happen along the journey of the movie, but nothing eventuates to the point where us as audience members, where it's like, oh, well, okay, now they got it. Like it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't have that element to it. That doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, there's nothing in this movie at all. Not once in this movie did I sit there and go, oh my gosh, I'm so bored, get it over and done with. There's not once. This movie has a great storyline. Like it just keeps going. It really does. It just doesn't have a peak at all. Another thing I want to talk about is a scene in this movie that really strongly feels like the end. Really strongly. And I was waiting for the title card to come up and, the cast and all that sort of stuff. But then the movie kept going and I was just like, that that was it wasn't bad. It just felt like the end of the film. Like, it actually felt like the end of the film. And the fact that it wasn't, I was like, huh? Like, why are they... And you understand, when it continues on, you get why. You understand it. This isn't a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece. Specifically, unfortunately, because A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2 are so good. Like, they are so good. However, this doesn't stand the test of time. Like, it really doesn't stand up to its, the sequels. It's a great film. It's an outstanding film. I really enjoyed it. However, like I said, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, it really doesn't go anywhere. Lupita Nyong'o, who's the main character of this film, is outstandingly brilliant. Again, there's an element to something about her that is a vital part of why she's in this movie, okay? And I didn't understand her sickness. I didn't get it. They made no sense to me. There was something wrong with her, but I don't understand what it was. They showed a box of these patches twice or 3 or 4 times throughout the movie, and I didn't understand what it was. I had no clue whatsoever. That confused me, because it just is one of those things that I was like, are they going to explain it yet? And they didn't. They didn't. You just had to know what this thing was. And unfortunately, I had no idea. So throughout the whole movie and the end of the movie, I had no clue whatsoever. Her co-star isn't in the movie until it felt like after the first act, and then he comes into it. It's really fascinating how they bridge their characters together. Like why? And the why connects to him, and then he takes the why to the end of the movie. And when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you've seen the movie, you understand what I'm saying? I won't give away the why, but it's a vital... The why is a very vital part to the entire film. As I said, guys, this is a big budget film. You're very obvious it's a big budget film. But as I said, it doesn't go anywhere. It really doesn't go anywhere. At all. There's so many parts to movies like this that if you were to watch this movie, in sequence to this one, then it's sequel, then you know what I mean? So yeah, that's honestly, guys, in my opinion, go and see it because I think you'll really enjoy it. However, I just don't. If your hopes are up here, just bring them down a little bit. You know what I mean? Other than that, this is a good movie, guys. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was just a really entertaining film. And yeah, it's awesome. So there you go, guys. That's my thoughts on A Quiet Place Day 1. I really appreciate your time watching this review and seeing my thoughts on this movie. You guys are amazing. Take care, and until my next review, see you then. See ya.